So Boom actually plays Pokemon Trainer. Good to know. So my headcanon is that this is like, y'all remember Subspace? Where like the Pokemon Trainer would actually catch the Pokemon during Subspace, just starts with Squirtle, catches Ivysaur and Charizard. Pokemon Trainer is now trying to add Incineroar to her collection here. And that's the headcanon I'm going with. Now, it's going pretty well so far, I think, for Boom. But that's really just because it was Squirtle versus Incineroar. What do you want? Incineroar gets comboed Oblivion. I was gonna say a different place, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on Twitch. But now that Ivysaur's coming out, all of the momentum kind of swung Muppet's way. Like, Ivysaur just didn't do anything that entire stock. But Charizard's coming out, you know, classic stock taker Pokemon that you go to. That move is insane. Chat, did you see that? Chat. Ro spun his arms around like a Beyblade, and that completely blocked Charizard's back air. I got no words for that. I don't. Catching the 2-frame with the down tilt, but getting the sour spot hit of just raw smash. Okay, but getting the sour spot hit of fair, so not taking the stock. And then proceeding to get hit by that Charizard F smash. That is definitely going to be the stock. So Boom down an entire stock against Muppet. And like, heavies in particular are definitely not characters that you want to, definitely not characters that you want to be down a stock against. Just because like, you're gonna get a lot of damage on them, then they're gonna have rage. So you have to deal with that. And then just like, the overwhelming, you know, firepower of heavies. But Boom is kind of dealing with this Incineroar stock really well. Like, this Charizard throwing hands like, hey, listen. We're going back to the headcanon. I think this mic's too close to my face. Going back to the headcanon. It's like, hey, don't replace me. I'm still the better fire starter. But I mean, you can run both Incin and Charizard on a team if you want to, especially in VGC. Incin is insanely splashable. But Boom actually going for that fair off stage would have actually been the game. And despite being down an entire stock, Boom actually like managed to bring this entirely back, is in a very advantageous position. Random F smash there. What was he cooking? Or they? I don't know. You should, y'all, whoever's listening, please put your pronouns on Start GG. It helps out commentators a lot. Whiffing the grab and catching that back air for it. That game went a lot of places. It started off very much so in Boom's favor, actually, with that Squirtle, then switched to Ivysaur, kind of got, like, messed up. Like, that Ivysaur didn't do anything that first stock. And then Muppet kind of just stayed in the lead for a while, and then Boom was like, hold on, I'm down a stock. We got to do something about that. And then the game ended up being, like, very even, but, like, a one-whiff grab just led to Muppet taking the game. So it's definitely going to be a wild ride of a set, and I don't think a 3-0 is definitely guaranteed for Muppet here. But Muppet is playing very good. Score is 1-0 right now. Kyle's going to update eventually. Trust in the process. Revenging that, but probably not going to be too strong of a revenge because Squirtle's up smash is a multi-hit. Incin is so strong it doesn't even matter. That dash attack was still going to do 10 billion damage. Boom is like the second PT I've ever seen use Bullet Seed. The first one is Shrapwood Highlights. Ivysaur in particular definitely putting up a better performance this game than last game. That did 25. Ivysaur Bullet Seed is 25. What? I think more PT trainers should be using Bullet Seed. In my humble opinion, I think that move should be used more often. So this is pretty much like an exact opposite of the last game. Also, Muppet unfortunately missing that side B, where actually Boom is kind of holding the lead here, like a pretty considerable lead with that up B out of shield. Lucina players know about that one. We love up B out of shield. Fair down tilt is not a combination I've seen from a Charizard before. But Muppet taking that first stock, finally, you know, at least getting one on the board. But it's gonna be very hard to bring this back, especially just against Pokemon Trainer. Pokemon Trainer is definitely just not an easy character to try to surmount a comeback against. But like, Incin is a great character to try to make a comeback with, because you just get hit with that side B at ledge and you die at like, what was Squirtle at? 60? Is insane. I like the use of up B to get out of that situation there. Definitely not some, well, you shouldn't use it too much, but if you condition it, it'll definitely get you out of tricky situations like having to land against Ivysaur with that ginormous up air. Getting that Alolan Whip, going for another one. Up throw, not quite killing. Incin is fat. Remember this. But I looked away. I think what happened is that Muppet like used a jump and then up B, but the up B didn't make it back to ledge, so Muppet just fell down and died. That's what I assume happened. But speaking of Incineroar, did y'all know they buffed it? They gave it Helping Hand, and now it's an even better Pokemon in VGC, even when it was already the best Pokemon in VGC. Do you see Incineroar? Literally the entire gimmick is that he's supposed to be like a heel. That's like an antagonistic kind of wrestler that people love to hate. That's the guy you want giving you a Helping Hand? They also gave it like close combat, which I guess makes a little bit more sense, but Helping Hand. Why? Why? Getting back into the game. Solo commentary is hard, y'all. Definitely a lot more even. That Alolan Whip at ledge, killing even Charizard at that percent. That wasn't even high percent, that was like 90. Which is not high for Charizard. But Squirtle's coming out, Water Gun. I'm surprised Water Gun hasn't actually had more, or made more of a difference in this game, just considering how not great Incin's recovery is. You're at 96. I love commentating Incineroar, because everything just seems normal, and then you get hit by like one revenge smash attack, and it's like, oh, you went from 30 to 100. Wow. So, shades of the first game, Muppet, you know, up a stock here by like quite a considerable margin. And now it just looks like Boom is just making all of this difference back like instantly with Ivysaur here. Muppet whiffing the Nair, but still getting a dash attack. That was weird. I don't know if Muppet intended to do that that air dodge there, but it definitely worked out in Boom's favor. And well, before that up smash, I was gonna say it's pretty much back to being an even game, but not really. You're at 95 against Incin. It's scary. That armor is insane. Good high recovery from Muppet. Definitely a mix-up that Incin will pull out sometime. That was oddly poetic, because that's exactly how the first game ended. Except Muppet killed Boom. Boom, in that first game, whiffed a grab with Zard and then got hit by a back air and died. Then in this game, Muppet whiffed the command grab and then got hit by back air and died. I'm just saying, the comedy writes itself sometimes. This is a funny set. I love commentating Incineroar. I wish more people would play him. Shout out to Skyjack. He is the person that made me discover how fun Incineroar is from a spectator perspective. But we're actually going back to Hollow Bastion, which I like it. I like this. we love Hollow Bastion. Ooh, that Alolan Whip not quite killing Ivysaur, but also not quite killing Zard because Zard is heavier. But one more. And he went for it a third time. That's hilarious. And then Zard can just go and do that. Heavy Dittos are really funny. And now Ivysaur is here, so it's not as funny. Oh. Luckily only getting hit by that one dare, so Muppet able to make it back. But Boom has been doing a really good job of just getting a lot of mileage out of that Charizard. Getting like a lot of kills, like pretty much playing Charizard the way God intended. Or at least using Charizard the way God intended. That covered an entire roll. I know this isn't the most peak commentary, but I'm just so utterly flabbergasted by like a lot of the things Incineroar does, because in a game with like Steve and Rob in Game & Watch, Incin has some of the most silliest stuff that a character can pull out that you just see it and you're like, what were they thinking? Why would they do this? Who allowed this? But Charizard back air, the great equalizer. I'm having fun. This is a great commentary session. I need a co-commentator. That would make it funner. Backer coming out, not getting another one though. I think Boom was going for it though. Just unfortunately, you know, Fair came out instead of backer. Interesting interaction. There's the Beyblade again. Yeah, Muppet definitely going for that side B here. And interesting interaction there. For those who are unaware, Charizard side B actually has 2 hitboxes. There's like a weak one that is kind of just there to hold you so you get hit by the strong one. I don't know why it's not just one hitbox, but it's not. Very bold move to challenge that up B, but it worked out fantastically for Boom. Taking that